Don't let a single one get away.
You've seen the World of Light Nuzlocke, done by a couple of different creators, such as Choctopus and Alpharad. Well, this is not that run, but it is going to be a very different take on it. So, you may be familiar with the concept of the Smashdown game mode, where upon completing a round of fights, you are no longer able to pick any of the previously used characters. So that's what I'm intending to do with this run that I am calling the World of Light Smashdown. Basically, that means that as I unlock different characters, I can only use the characters available to me once before that limit resets to take on any available fight. And that is going to be probably a very difficult undertaking, but it's not like if I lose a fight or two, I'm going to be the worse for the wear. That being said, I do have to win a fight with that character in order to make them unavailable until the entire roster resets, and that will help things move along a little bit faster from what I'm hoping at the very least. Additionally, because we are trying to do a very different challenge, I'm adding the caveat that I need to take on every single fight, every single spirit in the board, at least within World of Light. We're not going to really bother with any of the DLC spirit fights, because those are independent from the World of Light run. But that kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking for. So we're looking for 100% completion, rotating through the available roster of characters, and, well, overall, it's going to be quite the challenge. I will be playing this on hard difficulty, and I do need to preface this with the fact that I am not the greatest Smash Brothers player, but I think that this will also be a good opportunity for me to improve a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and jump in to the first little bit of the World of Light Smashdown. So you already know what the first little bit of this looks like. It's Kirby, so of course we have to use Kirby for the first couple of fights, but as soon as we have access to Mario, that's where the nature of this challenge really takes on a different meaning. So we've got ourselves Smoky Prog here, and I am starting on a new save file, so you'll notice that the only spirit that I have are a couple of bonus spirits that were allotted upon starting this up. So you'll even see that the only other partner spirit I have is Eevee, and I can't use that because, well, the primary spirit that I have isn't strong enough to support Eevee, and I don't think that there's going to be anything that we can do in there either. And as always with World of Light, you only have access to, well, Kirby to start off with until you gain an additional 10 fighters, which you will then be allotted the ability to use the DLC characters. So I will be using DLC characters in this run because I think that it'll make things a little bit more entertaining. But let's go ahead and jump into the Smoky Prog fight and see how it goes. So the Smoky Prog fight honestly shouldn't be that difficult, but I am a little bit rusty as it's been a little bit since I have played around with Smash, and not just Smash, but in World of Light to any facet or degree. So let's see how this goes for us. So let's see if we can get him out of that, and I think that that last hit off of the forward air is going to do it for us. So just like that, the first spirit fight is down. And now Smoky Prog allows us to use a Unira as well. So now we're on to the Yoshi fight. I do have the Unira on, or I guess it's the Eevee spirit fight. And the Unira should hopefully help us a little bit. And I genuinely forgot that Eevee spawns in this fight. And play lame, win games is sometimes the name of the strategy that you need to to use here. So let's just hit that Yoshi as he tries to roll around me and move on to the next spot. And I think this is the last real fight that we have before the Mario ads is added to our roster. So this is going to be interesting. The Celeste fight against Jigglypuff, who favors down specials. And maybe we can even get a 0 to death off of this Jigglypuff here. Because she's certainly playing quite defensive. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's how we're going to finish that out, I guess. At least rest doesn't kill at 0. I mean, that would just be a very broken mechanic, and people would fish for it all day long. Alright, so here's the fight against Mario, which is really where this challenge takes hold. So let's go ahead and jump into the fight, because there's not really a whole lot more I can equip to this round of combat here. And here we go. And that's really my first ever experience with edge guarding, really. But it did pay off to some degree, because Mario went down relatively easily. And I think that was a 0 to death for us, so not bad. So this is where this really takes hold, is because I just used Kirby. That means that for this next fight, I need to switch over to Mario. And, well, not really looking forward to that, but here we go. And, again, if the items aren't doing it for you, then you've just got to kind of switch things up. So we eventually got through that, which now technically means that our roster has reset. And it's very clear that Mario is not my strongest character, but we're going to have to get better at using him, as well as a lot of the other members of this cast. So we have Villager, Sheik, and Marth, and based off of damage output, I think Marth is going to be our best option here. That's who I think we'll move with, but let's at least have a look at our party, because this is going to give us a better strength matchup here. And let's throw Mario in again. We can switch over to Kirby if we need to, because he's available to us. That will just mean that we will need to then win a fight with Marth and Mario before using Kirby again. Maybe I should start using a couple of up smashes to hit this Marth here. Read the roll from the ledge, and up smash connected on it, so that means we have Marth available for our use as well. So now we need to use Kirby and Marth before we can use any of them again. So you get the general gist of it. I should also be paying a little bit more attention to these fights here. So we have increased specials, reinforcements that show up, and side specials favored. I don't know if that's Zelda and Richter. If it is Richter, it's going to be quite annoying. Alright, Richter, you've got to stop that. And this is not going super well, but just like that, you can turn the tide of a fight if they decide to stack up right on top of each other. So, nice to have a new primary spirit in the mix as well. Let's walk our way down this way, and I think I'm going to take on a couple of these, especially head up and get this chest. So, let's check into the Rayan fight. Super armor but moves slower, timed stamina battle, enemy loves to taunt. I think we should be in a pretty decent spot to throw Marth into this fight. No, I said Marth. Okay, I didn't like that fight. I got very low on it, wasn't really talking a whole lot. But we got through it, and now our character's reset, so that's good. I think we can throw Marth into this fight. Kind of get him out of the way, as I'm not the best with him. And I'd like to be able to conserve him for, or conserve my other characters for fights that I know that I'm going to have a harder time with. Especially if I can get the sweet spot on some of these hits. Because when they said that these guys prefer their neutral special, they weren't kidding. And I'm doing okay as long as I stay underneath them, I think. Alright, I think that might have been a tipper, but I'm not certain. But that was certainly a tipper on that up air, so maybe I am starting to pick up Marth a little bit more, or understand him at least a little bit better. Okay, Pac-Man, time battle, enemy favors neutral specials. Let's switch up our party here. Let's try Mario. I'm not overly optimistic for what this fight's going to look like, but we'll find out. Ooh. At least those Pac-Man were decently weak. So, yeah, so that was a bit of a rough run. Not terrible, all things considered. Actually, let's actually have a look at our skill tree. Because I think... So we have our double Final Smash over here. We have our fast FS meter over here. And I think it's better to go for fast FS meter and then go for double Final Smash, just because then when you have a fast FS meter, you can get to having two of them faster. Not enough to grab this braking ability just yet, but neutral attack up is going to be fairly handy to have. Ooh, nice little jump behind Bayonetta to get her out of there. And that definitely will help us a little bit. Gravity suit. So we have jumping power decreased. But I don't think that I want to throw Kirby into this fight, because I'd like to hold on to him for a moment or two. Let's actually head into this one with Mario. Alright, things aren't going super great, but I think we should still be able to finish this fight off. As I, go for a risky off-stage play there. Let's rack up a little more damage onto Samus here. Magnet hands back to the ledge there. And just as Samus rolls in, we were able to get that forward smash, so that's kind of nice. And now we have lava resist, which is going to be necessary for the fight that's right up above us here. Before that, let's move in on this master fight here, because maybe it'll be useful to have. We have slippery platforms and reinforcements joining. But let's go ahead and switch over to Marth for this fight, I think. And just like that, we should be able to get that with an up tilt and finish off this fight. So, got a Master Spirit. I don't think that there's anything that I want to leave with him, or I don't really know that I'll want to make use of that just yet. But we'll have to see. Let's switch over to Kirby, he's the last one we have in our rotation right now, and then we want to make sure that we equip some lava resist as well. And with that down smash, that was not quite enough. But that one should be. If at first you don't succeed, try the same move again. Sometimes. So we have a Rabbit Kong and we have a Master Belch. I think we're going to go with the Rabbit Kong fight. And let's switch over. Let's switch back to Marth. That's fun enough, right? And he teched off the ledge there. But that one did it for us, so I guess the adage from last time is holding up at least to some degree. And let's get ourselves a Pac-Man. We've just got to switch off of Marth and over to, I think, Mario. Now, I think I'm better with Pac-Man than I am with Marth and Mario, but I don't think he's better than my Kirby. Well, let's see if that does it. I don't think it will, because... that's not the world's strongest smash attack, but maybe the fire bar will? It will. And now Pac-Man's in our rotation as well, which means that I have Kirby and Pac-Man available right now. So we've unlocked a new section of the map, or a mini-boss section, which I don't know if this is a mini-boss that I want to go into until I've accrued some more characters that I feel a little more comfortable with, because that's where Gallium is. And he kind of scares me, just a little bit. So we'll definitely want to pick up some other characters before we head in that way. Speaking of characters, I think there's one back here. So we have Master Belch, and we'll want to switch out Mario. I think Kirby is going to be our best bet for this fight. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that this fight... okay, so it's sticky. It's not the poison one. And reduced defense. I think we're fine with the current lineup. There are reasons that I don't like Wario. But let's see if we can get in a little bit closer to him. And I suppose that works in terms of getting rid of him and getting on past this fight. So now I've got to make my way over to, I believe this is Olimar. And the Iridescent Beetle, times stamina, enemy tends to avoid conflict. The character that I have available to use is Pac-Man. So this could be an interesting fight, especially where this character is a bit more timid. And he's down, so I guess there's that. So at least we were able to make some use of having Pac-Man here. I'm a little rusty with him, as I am with most of these characters. Since we have a magician that'll help us grow these mushrooms, we can get out to Olimar here. And at least it's a new character to add to our availability. And Marth did pretty well in the last fight that we had against an Olimar opponent, so let's throw him into this fight as well. And I guess he was done fighting, because he just kind of lowered himself off the edge, or maybe he was depressed because I took out all of his Pikmin. Either way, he's done, and we have Olimar to our usable roster now, which Don't know just how useful he's going to be, but we're going to have to figure him out, because I have very limited experiences playing with Olimar to any degree. Speaking of skill spears, though, we should have a decent amount to at least get us breaking and thrown item increase. So now we've just got to hoard and hold on to our points for a bit until we have the fast meter. So let's give Olimar a taste of the action here against this fight and try and figure him out in one of the easier fights we have. And I think that's going to be the strategy, is using characters that I genuinely understand nothing about. In the fights where I can figure things out a little bit more about them. But let's see if we can use these items before Jigglypuff has a chance to. And I guess that worked. Use the gimmick with the characters you don't understand. I mean, all things considered, that's a win. We have an enemy favoring dash attacks with a lot of different Wario. So, we've used Olimar, we've used Marth, we now have the other three. And I think Pac-Man's going to be a decent option here against these Warios, but we'll find out. Let's see if we can maybe get some fire hydrant trajectory on there, and it's sure enough we can. So that's enough for these Wario fights as well. 3-star battle, timed, enemy becomes more powerful after eating. So let's bring Kirby into this one, because I think that's going to be our best bet with the currently available roster. Alright, this is why I will never play a Pikmin game. I'm not going to tell you how long I've been here for, but I've been here for way too long. And I've tried switching up my spirit lineup a couple of different times. Oh, and just like that, we're going to pretend that roll in. Oh my gosh, that was a rough fight in many different ways, but it's over. We have the, I think it's a gravity immunity spirit now, and there's a reason why that one is ranked at a 3-star difficulty. Don Bongo, enemy's giant has reduced move speed. But gradually gets faster. Well, we have one character that we can use for this fight, and that is Mario, so hopefully this one isn't as rough as some of the previous ones have been. And that is the most we take those forward aerial attacks that I have ever unleashed, because man, is that a rough fight with a character that I know little to nothing about. And I guess, you know, just kind of mashing buttons until something happens is good enough when it's a character you don't know how they work. But it's kind of like I said, we got through about what we were expecting to. And this should open up, I believe, the racetrack section. No, it opens up a boat, which I cannot use, because I don't have a pilot. So we'll need to run back over this way and take on Sakura from Fire Emblem. And the enemy heals over time. So that means that we're going to need someone that has a bit more damage output. And I'm going to go with Marth, knowing full well that that might be a bad choice for my personal playstyle. But we'll see. Please tell me you're close enough to the blast zone to have this fight over and done with. And yeah, that was rough. But it gives us poison floor immunity for the next time we need to use that. And that's going to bring us into the forest area, which is where we get access to one of these switches. But it's a very rough fight to get to that, I know. So let's come across this bridge. Ellie, enemy favors neutral specials. I can deal with that. And with a couple of tilts there, we have the fight over and done. And that will make things a lot easier for us moving forward here. Let's run and grab this guy down here so we don't forget about him later. Enemy has increased jump power. So I think between the two characters we have left to use, Mario and Pac-Man, Mario's going to be our best bet. And that should be it for the little Mac there. Hit him with a thrown object off the stage, and that pushes him out far enough away where he won't come back. Oh, that opens up this bottom section of the map, which I'm not ready for. We will double back down and grab that, but there are some other characters that I definitely need to get my hands on beforehand, like this Donkey Kong and possibly several others, and maybe the DLC characters, if I'm being completely honest here. But let's switch over to Pac-Man for this last fight against the Deku Link here. Or at least the last fight for today. I don't know what hit him, but something did, and that means that we win, I guess? Assuming that I end the fight with this Pac-Man, which I should be able to, because this isn't a very difficult fight. And I suppose that does it. Not the cleanest fight. I don't know why the lava immunity didn't... Oh, it was resist, not immunity. And so I think the red Pikmin gives us the immunity, which will be good. Alright, now we switch Pac-Man down into the area where it's been used. I don't think we have anyone who can repair that bridge as of yet, because I don't think we picked them up. We don't, because we don't have the particle effects. But we can add Donkey Kong to our team. We're just going to need to switch off to a different fighter in order to do so. And I think the fighter that I want to use is Marth. So let's run into this fight. But we're going to adjust the team setup we have first. I think I'll switch back to item gravitation. And throwing that ought to do it, actually. So it's good to have DK on the team or as a member of the available roster now for us, because that will increase our rotation. Moving up to the Slash Man fight, let's make a couple of switches. This is a pretty easy fight, or a pretty easy difficulty, so we'll switch over to Olimar, because I don't fully understand this character still, and maybe I'll take some more time to learn him. I think that's going to be all we really need to do. And I guess that was a pretty easy fight there. They weren't being super aggressive, so that gives us the Slash Man spirit, which we'll probably never use, but hey, he's there. Next up we have the Squitter fight. We've switched over to Kirby for this one, which is going to be interesting because Diddy Kong is a bit of a nuisance character with, and we've got some reduced movement speed. And that forward smash ought to do it. Don't like those ones that have reduced movement speed. At least there's not like a super mega difficult fight that does that to us. Morag, the Lucina fight. Defeat the main fighter to win. Floor is lava. So before we switch our fighter, we're definitely going to want to equip the Pikmin Spirit, because this will help us resist. I guess they're both resistances. Maybe doubling up on them just helps a little bit further. Let's grab the Mario to throw into this fight, because I have a feeling I want DK for one of the upcoming fights here. Alright, Palutene is out of the picture. Now it's just the Lucina here, who's platform camping me. And I guess that did it. So, not my favorite fight, but a fight that we have finished nonetheless. And then this Venusaur fight was the one that I expected that I wanted to have DK for, so we'll switch him into the fight after getting our poison immunity equipped. Whoa, his down smash hits from all the way across the stage. Come on, bud. And just like that, we've got the up smash on him, which, I mean, that gets him out of the picture. And Donkey Kong is quite a fun character to use, and that resets our limit on who we can throw into these different fights. So let's press this switch, which we haven't really seen the area where this applies to as of yet, but it'll be something less to backtrack to at a later time. Alright, a Muddy Mole fight, and oh, it's against Donkey Kong. And with that heavy Pikmin up smash while Donkey Kong was sitting on his final smash, that's going to do it for this Spirit fight. Leaf, I think, will be an interesting fight for us. Enemy easily distracted by items, but we'll leave our item gravitation on, so we also have a fair shot at getting them. Let's throw Mario into this fight. Simply because I think I should be able to do this with Mario, and I'm still working out the odds and ends of how Mario works. You know, as I get just up tilt comboed. Let's see how you like your up tilts. Oh, of course I get the backfire on this. If I would have known that it was going to backfire, I would have let him have it. And the roll, not necessarily a read, but a roll into a final smash, which is good. And he gives us berry immunity, which is always nice to have. Oh, it just missed the Wendy there. But guess we got it anyway, so never count yourself out, I suppose. Okay, we've got the beetle fight. I don't think that I will use any of these dojos. I could be wrong. But let's put Marth into this one and see how he fares. Alright. That ought to be it. Just 2 beetles onto, well, Beetle and Link. So that's one less thing to worry about here. Okay, so we have the Poppy Bows Jr. that is guarding a chest. And one of them's already offed himself. Oh, I just about had the read on that jump, but not quite. This forward smash will do it. And the forward smash there on the Jigglypuff is going to be it for her. That resets our roster count, so we'll move my tracker over here so I can keep track of those. And on to the next fight. So that Rayman fight is one of the most annoying things on the face of this planet, mainly because Supercut is ridiculously possessive. So we're going to switch over to the Mio and Mayu Amakura fight because, well, this shouldn't be as infuriating as the other one is. Yeah, so this fight isn't nearly as bad because they just run away and then the hostile assist trophy comes in to try and mess you up, but as long as you know how to work around it, it's fine. Much better. I'm gonna double back with Supercut once I have more characters that I feel a lot more comfortable with, as well as, well, hopefully some attacks that do me a little bit of good, or some spirits that do me a little bit of good here. Oh, you can come down here then, huh? Let's grab this chest and see what's inside. Some additional music, which is kind of fun. And then let's get in on this Spectre Knight fight, but we've got to switch up our team first. I think Kirby should be pretty good for this fight because Richter. In a way, it's actually kind of a blessing that he has this scythe, because it means that his range on his forward smash is not as big as it otherwise could be. Whereas my range with that beam sword is a lot higher. Alright, we've got the Captain Cuttlefish Dojo fight. This is against a Mii Brawler who has Vincent with gun. How do you like it when I spam you with projectiles then, huh? And throw the gun at him. That ought to do nicely. That was not as bad as I was expecting it to be, that being a dojo fight. Oh boy, that Wiggler fight was something else. And now we don't have to really think about it again. And that's going to open up a new section of the map for us to work around a little bit. And they should have some new characters in here as well. I know there's a mini dungeon section. Got some spirit points. But let's see if we can make our way over to this fighter, Cyrus and Reese, gravity reduced with items in large quantities. I mean, if they want to take themselves out, I guess that's something that'll happen. Because I'll be honest, I didn't want to have to deal with them any longer, so works for me. Ah, now we have someone who can fix that bridge, so we can double back and take care of that fight. Except I think that that fight's pretty nasty, if I'm not mistaken. But now we have another character that I have no idea how to use, and we're going to be fighting them with, well, a character that I have no idea how to use. I might want to head down into this area because that'll get us some more characters. That's Ice Climbers up there, but that's kind of a roundabout way of getting at it. So I think I do want to head into this little subsection area. I also know that the Zap Fish is down here, and that gives us the Giant ability, which will certainly be helpful. But we've got to go around for that. So let's have a look at our skill tree. So we haven't done that in a minute. 75, so we're almost to the final smash meter. We just need 25 more of those orbs. And we have to use Duck Hunt for this fight. We don't have another option. But it's a 1-star fight, so it shouldn't be that difficult. But I've been wrong before. Okay. I know that there's a metal killer somewhere in this jungle as well. That's a Toadette Spirit. That's a Shedinja. Let's at least grab Toadette. And there goes Toadette. So that's one less thing to worry about. Oh, it lets us through here as well. But we need to go over to the Shedinja fight. Reflects projectiles, occasionally invincible stamina battle. Ah, Reflect Mr. Game & Watch, hello. It's also a good thing that we don't have any projectile characters. Okay, you're invincible. Oh, you are just invincible basically all the time. Boy, oh boy, now I know why that's it. But it is a call out to the Shedinja Pokemon. I mean, that's the Wonder Guard or whatever that has. Okay, that's don't like those fog ones when you don't have fog immunity, but we were able to get through it mainly because the nest was acting a little brainless.
Ready? Go!
And that was pretty easy. Little to no commentary on it, but that was much easier than the last time for whatever reason. Let's go into a subworld. This is one of those other puzzles, so we'll want to grab these. I don't know if they're Zap Fish or what they are. It quite possibly could be. Can't go that way because we don't have the extra Zap Fish for it. But we can come into this Dr. Light, main fighter stamina battle, enemy avoids conflict. And that was enough to do in the Dr. Mario. I didn't expect that it would. But that Mega Man was giving me more trouble than I was wanting to have to put up with. So it's good to have him out of the picture. But looks like we're going to get another new character here in just a moment. We got to get through a Dedenne fight. Electrified floor. I don't think I have... Oh, I do have immunity. That's good. So let's switch over to Mario for this fight, and we'll finish off the last fight with Donkey Kong. And there goes Pichu. Didn't expect that fight to be difficult, it was just a little bothersome. But this should be going a little easier than the last bout. And just like that, we have the up smash. That does it for Pikachu. And it looks like the red Pikmin was able to do that for us. So not bad taking out a 2-star fight with a character that I know little to nothing about. And that beam sword equipped at the start of the fight could be quite useful. There's another spirit fight that we have to take on down here. So let's equip the Zapfish there. And it's Slippy. Defeat the main fighter. It's timed and the enemy avoids conflict. We have Greninja and Fox. So let's go with someone that has some decent movement speed. Let's try Marth initially. Alright, we have Fox out of the picture. So now it's just a matter of, can we track down Slippy and take him out as well? Okay, there we go. Right as the timer was going out, we were able to get him. So that's one other thing we have. What was the spirit detail on this one? Okay, so you can start the fight in metal form, which that will be actually a nice little spirit to have available to us. This gives us access to this chest, which is more skill spheres, and that actually might be enough to give us the double or fast FS meter, which it does, and now we can work our way over towards the double final smash, which is more expensive, but overall worth it in the long run. We can actually get the tilt attack up while we're in here as well, which will be nice. Ooh, Victini spirit fight. Easy to launch. Only certain Pokemon, which would be Victini, comes out of that. It'll give us hyper smash attacks once we've got it, but getting it's going to be the struggle and a half here. Let's lead in with Pac-Man and see if we can get the better of this fight. Ooh, we were able to bait that out of him. Now the question is, can we win this fight? And the answer is yes. We baited it out of him and he rage quit, and that's the win. And that's a really good spirit for us to have if we're being completely honest here. Let's see if we can pick up a Pichu real quick. That should be a little easier than the Zapfish fight. Well, you'd think that that would have been easier of a fight than the giant Zapfish, but Pichu certainly gave me a run for my money there. I don't think Pichu is the answer for giant Zapfish, but what I think I will do instead is I will reset the roster, or get out of here so I can reset the roster, and then we'll get back in here and we'll try again. Like this fight against Gabora, for example. This should be reasonably easier. And yeah, that was decently easy. We had the spirit that got rid of the immunity from screen flipping, and this will get us a fog immunity spirit, which is good for us. This fight against Soren the Robin. Alright, Ike's out of the picture here. We'll just now need to see if we can do the same for Robin. Alright, there we are. Ike out of the picture, Robin out of the picture. Magic attack up off of that, and now Pichu is out of the rotation. He got up at a very high damage in that fight, so I was glad to see that we were able to pull him back down. Buzz, tiny Mr. Game & Watch. If I remember correctly, this dude's almost microscopic, but took care of him. So I guess that's 1 plus to having a projectile in those types of fights. There we go. Couple up smashes. Mega Man team is done, and we can now reset our roster. We also have a more reliable 3-host spirit that we can use now as well. So I know that that's Little Mac, but we have to do something to unlock those gates. There's Inkling down here, and I think this is either Wii Trainer or it's something else. This is fighters take serious damage, which could go either very good or very bad. So let's throw Olimar into this fight and see if just throwing Pikmin at this when the fight actually ramps up is going to be enough for us. Honestly, all we need to do is hold on to the Unira and chuck it at the Rob when the sudden damage takes effect. So that's all that one really had to be. And now we'll get ourselves a new fighter as well. There we go. Duck Hunt did it, and now Wii Fit Trainer is a part of our roster. And this should be a character that is a little bit more usable, I suppose, than some of the others we've picked up so far. So Zapfish is going to have to take place a different day, probably when I have other characters at my disposal. But let's at least round things out by cleaning up what's left of today's available roster. Well, didn't end up killing Viridi myself, but she went down, and now we've got a Metal Killer Spirit, which is going to make things a lot nicer. Always like it when the heavy-hitting spirit battles like these ones take care of themselves. There we go. Invisible Fighters gone. There we go. Jumping Fox goes away with a couple of well-placed attacks from Pichu. Not bad. And we should actually be able to get an extra fighter while we're over here as well. That's the Ashley fight, which that one's kind of chaotic. So let's come at it from the Min-Min angle. There we go. That Min-Min fight took a lot longer than it really had any right to. But that gets us right up next to our next fighter that we get to unlock here. And just like that, Remote Bomb onto Lucas, that gets us a new member on the cast here. So the Donkey Kong Gengar fight here, I believe / hope that there's platforms. There are. Which is good because with Pac-Man we might just be able to avoid standing on the ground for a good chunk of this time altogether. There we go. Gengar out of the picture. Or the Donkey Kong Gengar, I suppose. And this Freezy fight is going a lot easier than I expected it to. But, you know, when they say fight fire with fire, why not try fighting ice with ice? And that's just what we did with the Lucas here. There we go. See, I figured that we could probably get away with that pretty easily. Though Impact Run should be an interesting spirit to have access to or more use of. Up the slope we go. We now have an Absol. Starts the fight with Death's Scythe, but apart from that, it's another 1-star fight. So let's try getting rid of another character that we don't use a whole lot or have as much experience with. Alright, come on, Wolf. There we go. That actually worked out a lot better than I was hoping that it would. Absol's a primary spirit, but one that we won't be using due to the low support spirit factor to it. But we are making nice work towards some of these other ones. So we've got Ridley, Condor Fight, Floor is Frozen, Timed Stamina Battle. There we go! Okay. Just barely managed to squeak that out before the timer went down thanks to the detonation of that remote bomb. If we bomb this rock out of the way, we get access to a chest. I don't know what that holds for us. Just some tracks. So let's slide down and come down this way to the polar bear fight. Stamina battle, earthquakes, and super armored. Okay, I hate the fact that this Donkey Kong is just jumping around. And instant dropping. That's not a fun mechanic to have to deal with. Let's hope that this will be enough to take him out. It won't. I should still be fine. No, 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 no. Come on, he's so close. Oh my gosh. I don't like the Donkey Kong jumping around all over the place like that. One more hit and I would have been done. But that's that fight out of the picture. And now I think it's just a straight shot to the ice climbers. It is. Let's try Mario and see how that goes. There we go. That should be enough to get us those ice climbers as playable characters. And if I'm not mistaken, and there we are. The purchased DLC characters now available as well. So let's add those to our list of characters that we can play. This looks like a much more fun and interesting roster to play around with now, doesn't it? So we're going into the Xerneas fight right now. And there we go. That was enough for us to take him out. So the Lucario was playing fairly passive, and I think that that played to our benefit. We now have a defensive spirit that has max support spirit value, so that's good to have in our back pocket. What does our skill tree look like right now? 76. We can at least get our endless smash holding. We can also get our transformation duration increase. And the healing item attraction will be good, but we don't quite have enough points for it as we're working towards the double smash, or double spinal smash.
Ready? Go!
There we go. Nice little back air there from Pichu to seal the deal with the Duster Luigi. Skill Sphere, that actually should give us enough to at least get the healing item efficiency increase. And now we just save for the double final smash. Alright, we're headed back to the Zapfish fight that we tried to do last week. And I think that Sephiroth just might be our golden boy here for this fight. Let's see what this final smash does to our Pikachu here. Hopefully it just kills him outright. But knowing me, it wasn't going to. But maybe the Giga Flare will. Yes, it does! And that is the giant Zapfish, which is an incredibly powerful spirit. It's now in my back pocket, which is excellent. Means that we have Sephiroth out of our rotation for the time being, but boy was that worth the trade. Alright, that actually opens up the gates, I believe, for a couple of different places, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that means we can go down and grab ourselves a Little Mac too, I believe. I love Sephiroth's walking animation in here. It just makes him feel like he's a man with a plan and a purpose, you know? But let's at least use him to walk out to our next fight, whatever that may be. Mr. Sandman. His floor is sleep-inducing. So I don't agree with the giant not applying the giant effect to Nana as well. But this seems to be working at least marginally better than some of the other characters that I've tried up to this point. I mean, I'll just up tilt you to death if that works. Because apparently that's working here, and I'm not going to complain about it if it is. Not my first pick for a strategy, but it certainly worked. All right, let's get this young Little Mac over here. All right, that was a Little Mac fight. Pac-Man did very well against that. I got a little more aggressive than I tend to, getting a little bit more comfortable with playing off the stage. And now Little Mac is in our rotation as well. All right, being able to keep these two at bay should make this fight a little bit easier than it was last week when we tried to do it. And that's a dead Mario right there. And there we go. Aaronfar was able to pull that out for us. That was just a laughing stock of a fight. Yeah, Little Mac is going to have to be someone who we keep on standby for some of these tougher fights. For this Dan Hibiki Ken fight, we're going to try Steve. Alright, let's at least... Come on, Ken. There we go. Nice job, Steve. Or rather, Enderman. Me Brawler. I don't know if Springman shows up in this fight, but it probably wouldn't hurt to throw Min Min into this just for the laughs of what this fight is supposed to be representing here. Alright, that actually might do it because it's close enough to the blast zone over here. So So we'll just have to see. And it does! Nice work there. Alright, that Squirtle fight with Banjo, that turned out decently well. So here's the Dr. Emmerich fight where we need to take care of Dr. Mario. I do have the Metal Killer on just for hoping to deal with this Rob. I don't know if it's possible to get rid of him. But I think we hit the Rob with that, actually, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think that Rob's going anywhere, which is sad. Okay, there we go. The Rob is gone. Because we were able to get rid of him with a whack. And there we go. We were able to get rid of the Dr. Mario with the fully charged, I think it's Kafrizz there. There we go. Giant with the critical on that killing edge. That was more than enough to get the fight in our favor. And there we go. That back air with Joker, while we were still giant and have our Sen on board, gave us the Latios and Latias. And that's a Strong Wind immunity, which is better than Strong Wind resistance. Oh, nice work there from the Kirby. The down air, I wasn't expecting that to take him out, but dang, that was something else. Alright, so we have a tiny villager team. Hopefully, Wii Fit Trainer should be able to make some quick work of them. And that will indeed seem to be the case here. Alright, let's see if this gets that last guy, and indeed it does. Okay, our last fight of the day should be this giant Little Mac Piston Hondo stamina battle. Ooh, that down B from Piranha Plant does a lot! Wow, oh my goodness. And just that Pitui, that's just what we needed. Dang, that was something else. So I'm not a huge fan of this Chorus Kid fight for a couple of different reasons. But we've managed to get one of them out. And it looks like that worked about enough as we needed it for. I don't like that fight, but it does something for us and gets the first fight out of the way. Let's start by throwing Olimar into this fight and see how this works. I think we've got to have KO power off the top. Oh, come on, thank you. Final Smash completely whiffed, but we managed to get this this other hit out of the way. Olimar's starting to make a little more sense to me. I don't really enjoy playing him as a character, but we'll have to see. Let's see if this will do this for us. It doesn't quite. And I guess throwing him or getting him to jump over onto the Unira works as well. So that's Duck Hunt out of our rotation. And we should have, I think, Dr. Mario up here. But I've been wrong before. So I think Marth is a pretty decent option for this fight. Let's see if we can get ourselves another crit here. And we managed to trick him with that Mr. Saturn. He thought to reflect it, and that brings Dr. Mario into our rotation of characters, so not bad. Well, having that Link out of the way right off the bat here will certainly make things a little less hectic, as these villagers all seem to do about the same thing. I definitely think that the Link is the most annoying of the enemies that show up here. There we go! And he teched again. Did he tech that time? I think he tried, but he either couldn't or it got too difficult for him. Okay, the Panther Carasso fight here. Let's throw Steve into this fight. And the anvil on the head will be enough to finish off that fight. We have a Naina fight, Palutena with the assist spirit Ganondorf. And the forward smash from Pichu onto the Palutena was enough for that, I guess? I was expecting to have to take out the Ganondorf. I was focusing down the Ganondorf, and that just did it. Here's a somewhat classic melee matchup here with the Fox and the Ice Climbers. And that forward tilt, I guess, was enough to take the Fox out. It worked where we needed it to. I was just hoping he didn't use that banana, because that would have been bad. Okay, we have switch number 2 done to get into the Temple of Light over there. And switch number 3 is back on the right side of the map, from what I recall. But now that we've unlocked those additional fighters, we need to get back to the task at hand, which was down in this general area. So let's make our way back down that way through the Coraline fight. And 2 down B Dr. Tornadoes was enough to take out both the Mii Gunner and the Isabelle. So if I'm not mistaken, this Roger the Potted Ghost fight, the main fighter doesn't really move, and he's the only one that we need to layer into, so the deep breathing is really all we needed to do on that. And wind resist, I think there's a wind immunity that we either get or will get down the road. So Yama is a notoriously bad fight with the winds, but we do have Latios and Latias, which gives us the wind immunity. So I think Banjo and Kazooie is the play on this. And that managed to take out both of those villagers somehow. And that up tilt, I guess, was enough to take out the Luigi. So I was a little bit worried over nothing to be super worried about. Oh, we get one of my favorite characters soon. That's a Jigglypuff right there, and I know that for a fact. But first we've got to make our way out of this place, which I think is done by hitting this button down here. Kyle Hyde, snake fight, stage covered in fog, but we have a fog immunity spirit. So this should be pretty simple. Let's see if we can get that guy, and apparently the down B was enough for it. It was helpful that he couldn't really react to it either. Okay, there we go, and for good measure, to make sure that that Inkling can't get back, we'll follow up with the final smash. Okay, the Byleth fight there. I always forget that Luigi is a stamina fight for this Cap'n one. Dash attack up isn't bad though. Okay, Giant Kirby seemed to have done okay against that Mort fight. Okay. And there we are. That's a very small stage for a lot of head-shaking fury, I guess. Tsubasa Oribe. Not sure what the game of origin is. And that, I guess, answers it. A perfect, if we will. Doc Lewis is the fight that we're up against next, and I think that the, well, the ironically fitting character to this fight, of course, has to be Little Mac.
Ready? Go!
Come on, Little Mac, get up here. Try to get back in the ring. That's right. That's what I thought. Go away. We'll see you later.
The flow of my movements as I demonstrate.
Okay, just one of them left now.
Keep training and working on your sides.
There we go. Jab, jab, power dunk. That's the way to do it. I don't know why you would ever use jab 3 for Terry. And added bonus, we get a bonus chest, which has some skill spheres, actually 20 of them. Does that get us to the 150 we need? No, we're still 15 short to getting the double final smash. So probably not today, but hopefully by the next installment we'll be able to get that. Alright, let's actually come over here and see what's in this chest. Detective Pikachu. Let's see what Fox can do for us against this Pikachu team. It's just the one Pikachu we need to take out. Problem is they all look the same. And one of those had to have been the main fighter, because that is all we needed on that. Yeah, that metal killer certainly does a number for us. Come on. And just like that, neutral aerial with Arsene gets us the win. So the Sebastian Toot fight. I guess that was all we needed. One solid hit on the lead fighter and a Franklin badge. That's actually a really nice thing to have. And down smash, I guess, was the answer there. And to finish things off, let's try Sephiroth versus the Jeff Spirit fight here. Oh, that did it. I wasn't expecting that, but that's good. And now we have the FS meter jammer as well. Not bad. Does that give us the skill spheres that we need to fill out the rest of the tree? Well, starting today's video off with a bang. There with the Bobberman Spirit takedown. Not bad. These things always make me laugh. Now, I cannot for the life of me figure out the Pauline fight that's down this way. Oh boy. Dash attacks out the... Okay, come on, boys. There we go. Thankfully, even though it's a bunch of top men, they're fairly weak. So that makes me happy that we can get one of our least used characters out of the way. There we go. Actually, got some damage in on that Supercut, or completely got rid of him is more like. There's just so much Sonic can do out of that spin attack. Let's see if we can just melt him down with the rest of this Fire Flower here. There we go, double forward smash, and the Rayman fight is done. It seriously gets a lot easier if you can just get rid of the Supercut. There we go. Didn't expect to take out the Brewster fight that quickly, but it worked, and Slumber Immunity will be a very nice addition to have. Guess we did a skill check with the up B, and he just did not pass. Well, this is one way to play Ice Climbers, I suppose, if they're both DIing in on me. There we go. Up tilt to death is an option, I suppose. So, Toss and meteor power up. Not a bad tool to have in one's arsenal. The strongest team, no frills battle, they say. Let's see what Duck Hunt looks like over here, I suppose, then. Whoa, come on. Apparently Sheik died. Don't know when or where that happened. But that's another villager out. And let's see if this final smash will finish them off. It very well may not, but we do have the double final smash active here. If he uses his, I'll be able to get back here, but we'll just hit him again, and this time we're closer to the blast zone, so this might actually do him in. Yes, it does, and that gets another less used character out of our rotation, which makes me feel better and better more easily about getting into the next couple of fights. And is that going to be it for you? It will be. We didn't even need the second final smash on that. Not my cleanest fight, but it definitely came out at the end. There we go. Rock Mario out of the way. And we didn't even need to use a final smash or two on it. Admittedly, using Fox was probably not the smartest game plan in that fight, but it worked. Okay, the Chaotix. This shouldn't be a horrible fight. There we go, down air, that did it. Ooh, crazy these guys. Okay, Espresso, let's see what you got. And a singular up smash from Giant Lucas? Well, that's all you had, I guess. There we go. There are all the Shy Guys. One little Pichu. I like the fact that Pichu now takes less self-damage as per the recent patch. Whoa, come on, dude. And that's about what I figured would happen. There we go. Goodbye, K-Rool team. Banjo was actually a pretty nice pick for that one, considering that his side B made him just plow through everything they had to throw at me except for the guy with the Ore Club. There we go. Jab, jab, power dunk every time. Never fails. Well, sometimes it does, but that's only when it doesn't fully connect. There we go. Reversed controls didn't really have a chance to kick in, but Giant Mario F Smash, well, that's enough to put Luigi in... Well, take Luigi out, I guess is what I should say.
Go!
Oh, no wait, the villager killed itself. Which means that all I need to do now is circle camp this nest. That it? It's not quite. And there we are. Pyra and Mithra, good addition to the game, and thankfully saved us a lot of otherwise hassle with that fight, I suppose. There we go. A couple aerials and Kirby ladders Captain Falcon off the side. Not bad. Does that do it, is the question. And the answer appears to be no. But if we circle camp for long enough, we can make it happen, and that's all I needed. There we are, and Luigi gets sent too far off to the side, and he can't come back. Not a bad gig, at least for us. And I guess Queen Bee didn't really like her own, or the, whatever. I guess what I was trying to say is Queen Bee was not taken kindly to by her subjects. Alright, Peach is out of the way. There we go. Villagers in there as well. But will this be enough? Hopefully it will. And there you go. Joker takes out Joan. There we go. Beast Ball throw and Palutena out. And yes, it was the Fairy Bottle equipped, which might come in handy for some fights we're struggling with. And I guess Yoshi bit off more than he could chew, because we made it back and he did not. There we go. She killed herself. That's a win. Yay us. I guess. Because that is not a fight that I enjoy to the least bit. Oh, come on. That was not the player that I intended to hit with that, but we do get another one. And that is the player I intended to hit. Please tell me that this is all it was. And it is, which is excellent. There we go, I suppose. F smash from Hero gets rid of the Bayonetta. Probably just while he was big. There wasn't the indicator of that being a crit, though. And let's summon Sothis PNG to finish off one of these guys. And again to finish the other, and I think that should be the game. As it is. Andy the Gatekeeper. Looks like we've got Dr. Mario and a bunch of snakes. This should go decently smooth, providing that I stay out of the way of that horrific little laser beam there. Let's just finish some of these guys off with this final smash, because this should do decently well. Oh, we didn't even need the second one. That's always nice to see. And Andy is no longer gatekeeping the little fortress here. So let's interact with the gate and make our way inside. But we've got Sigma Fight and a Fighter to unlock first, so let's grab these two.
Ready? Go!
And gimping Ganondorf certainly works there, so not going to complain about taking that fight, because that Sigma fight typically costs some people a couple more concern. So not upset that that is how things went down. Let's see, Mega Man, we can probably use one of our lesser understood characters, so let's throw Olimar into this and see how he fares. There we go. Mega Man out of the opponent's side and added to our team of usable characters. Always fun to see. Team of Game & Watches. This should be decently easy while we're large here, especially with as early as these Game & Watches are dying. And that dash attack right there ought to take care of it. The Revolver Ocelot Fox fight, this is going to be a little bit of a slower fight for us because we can't use our Giant because of the electrified floor. And right now we're just getting in a bit of a spat with the Fox is all. There we go. There goes Fox off the left-hand side. A lot of projectile spamming in that matchup, to be sure. We've got gates number 3. And so up here, like gate number 2 is back down this way. And I know that it's this terminal that activates things, I thought. Or maybe it's this one. That's the one that activates everything. But there are a couple of fights in here that I'm not looking forward to because I don't like them. Specifically, this one, I think. No, it's neither of those. Well, let's knock them out because we are going for a 100% run here. Alright, the Rob and everyone else is down, so let's see if we can get him again. And this second final smash will be enough for us to knock him out for good. That fight got a little bit hairy, but it worked for us in the end. Ridley just rode that out. I don't understand what happened, but I'm not going to complain. Okay, the 9-volt fight is not going to be fun because we have the hostile assist trophies. I guess that worked. The drill just happened to carry both Incineroar and Villager off, and then the Sheriff didn't even need to be defeated, but he went. So, victory, I guess. There we go. Akira's out of the picture. Now let's just see if we can take out that little Mac. And Akira makes that fight a lot harder than it actually needs to be. But it's done. And we will be doubling back to do the Wily fight at a later date because I'm losing my sanity to it. Let's take out the rest of this Link fight with Yoshi so I don't have to touch him until our next episode. I really don't like playing with Yoshi. He is not a fun character in my opinion. Alright, Giant Ice Claimers, meet Giant PNG. Oh, you are cheeky and sneaky, aren't ya? There we go. Up smash gets us away from the giant Popo. And the fight is over. There we go. I think that should probably possibly be enough to finish off these metal robs. Or not quite. But the Ramblin' Mushroom throw up after that will. And did I probably throw Joker away a little bit earlier in this run? Possibly, but I do feel like he worked out quite well in our favor. First time I ever played through World of Light, I beat this fight with Fox using this kind of strategy of pestering him from far away, trying to get away from his large hitboxes, and then rushing in when he uses some more of the ranged attacks. Okay, and that didn't work as well as I hoped or remembered that it did, and now I've gotten stuck in the ground again. And then I dash right into his little rocket attack there. Just out of range of that, so we can keep layering into him with the laser a little bit. Layer into him a bit more with that laser. Is he coming from above again? He's not. Out of the way of that. That works for me. Oop. Let's get in a bit more damage while he's vulnerable and throwing a bit of a fit there. Oh, come on. Okay. The uppercut there. Okay. Let's get out of the way. We were able to get out of those last couple of hits. I think those rockets move a bit faster now. Okay, is he coming from above? He's not. Let's rush in. Let's see if we can get behind him again. We can. Honestly, I feel like that's a lot of what this fight comes down to, is can you get away from him by getting behind him? Because not everyone can just move right through him. Okay, we're on this side again. Okay. Oh, he's so close. Come on. There we go! Gallium down and out of the way. Of course, I played a little bit better this time than I did the first time I played through with Fox, just because I'm beginning to understand him a little bit better. But Fist Attack up as a primary spirit, Gallium out of the way, Subworld finish taken care of. Not bad, all things considered. Alright, one Subworld down, and I think there's like 3 or 4 of them left out here, because there's the Bowser's Castle, there's the South Island, there's the Temple of Light, there's the area that's inspired, the Street Fighter area that's inspired by Ken and Ryu, even though Ken doesn't find himself down there. And now we can get ourselves a couple of additional fighters as well, which is always good. Let's see if this is enough to do in this Ashley. It probably won't be. I do get another one of these afterwards. Oh, perfect. And just like that, the Octaslash is enough to take her out. And now we get a final fast FS meter, which is useful on top of the accelerated charge we have. We may not use it very frequently because we have the giant spirit, but that clears out this top section of this board. There's only 2 fights that I really have to backtrack for at this point. So let's jump into the bus here and see where we end up with Captain and where he drops us off at. Yeah, I thought it was back over this way. Which actually gets us a new fighter. I'd forgotten about that. Oh, did that do it? It didn't quite, but it could have. That's the first time I've ever hit that spike with Mega Man. Let's see if we can... There we go. Just as she tried to get up from ledge, we were able to hit her with the forward smash. So Isabelle joins our ranks and, well, add another character that I don't have a lot of experience playing with, but that's part of the whole reason we're doing this series. So since we don't really understand her, let's use her to see if we can take out this Annie Peach. There we go. Forward smash, party popper. Isabelle wins the fight. And now we don't have to worry about her until the next little bit. Undamaged attack, though. That is a kind of handy spirit. Oh, does that do it for the duck hunt? It does, despite the fact that we're stuck in the black hole here. And the Incineroar offed himself a little bit earlier. So, not bad at all. There we go. Salute the sun. That gets the Isabelle out of the way, and I believe we are now going to pick up the Mii Sword Fighter. There we go. Ink Blaster, whatever that final smash is actually called, was enough to take out the remaining health of the Sword Fighter and get him added to our team. There we go. That's enough Mii Sword Fighter for today, and I will probably customize their loadout before we pick them up again in next week's episode. There we go. That does it for those Timmy and Tommy spirits, and we should get access to their little dojo area as well, but again, I'm not sure what use they'll have for me here in this run. There we go. Little back air with the Enderman Steve, and the Pac-Man is down. Cool. We're coming out to the end of the last couple of fights here. Let's see how this Ice Climbers fight versus Dr. Krygor goes for us. It's just the Dr. Mario we need to take out, and apparently that's all it took was a forward air. Don't you just love it when these go easy for you? There we go. Got the I guess the casual read as he was trying to run down and follow the hill, ran right into the fully charged side B, and that got rid of the Bunny Mario there. There we go. Min Min's long arm with that Metal Killer Spirit was enough for us to knock him out. There we go. Giant Snake forward smash. That gets Sheik unlocked for us. And while we're here, let's go ahead and use this Sheik to unlock Villager. There we go. Dash attack, I think, is what that was. That got the Villager unlocked for us. And we can move up this pathway a little bit further. Alright, Giant Banjo here in the Shinobu fight. And just like that, we have them defeated. Not bad. So, Villager Team Balloon fight. Let's see if we can track them down a bit with Mithra. It actually does look like that should be decently doable for us, and it is, especially while she's giant. Let's visit the skill tree real quick, because we've got 100 of these things. We can get some weapon resist. That'll be really good for us. And we can't get anything else, but I do think we want the increased shield durability here in just a moment. Okay, here's the Simon team fight. And I think a Villager is going to be pretty handy for this, because we should be able to pocket their axes if they give us too much trouble, or we can just F-tilt them to death. You know, that's an option too. And for our final fight of the day, we have Terry versus Fee. I've turned on the FS meter jammer because that's that should help us in this fight. But this final smash should do it for us. And if not, we've got another one on deck. Yeah, but there's no reason that shouldn't have done it. Okay, Yellow Wollywog. I know that this one's given me some difficulty in the past. But let's see if we can perhaps have some better luck this time. And it looks like we probably will, as long as we, you know, can remain underneath the zone here. Unless they, you know, are able to hit me through things like that. And with a couple of forward smashes and that blade beam, we've got what it takes to take out the Wollywog, which is one step closer to getting one of my favorite characters unlocked. Okay, the Mario team with dangerously high winds and the Beast Balls. I'm hoping that Fox is going to be a good choice for us here. We are immune to the wind because of the Latios Spirit. And that reflector actually is going to come in a lot of handy to make sure that these projectiles do end up being mine when and if they use them. Did we get one of them? I think we did. So that's going to take out one of the Marios. And then we can use our second final smash on this other one. And that'll finish things off. There we go. There we go. Up smash Jigglypuff is now a full member of the team. Oh, you're kidding me. You jumped out of the way of that? There we go. Is this forward smash going to do it? I think it will. Especially if we space it to the point where we get the tipper. Man, she is just using that parasol, isn't she? I mean, she's supposed to, because that's the way that this fight is designed, but... And she's floatier than she is normally, too. Up air with the 3 turnips, though, that'll be enough to take her out. Drop down. I know you want to. And you didn't quite make it back through the stage, so that's good enough for me. Come on. There we go. Was hoping to get a bounce off there, but turns out it wasn't needed because I started the fight giant. Yeah, I forgot about not being able to go this way, but we've got that whole path to that section unlocked. So as soon as we press this switch here, we'll be able to backtrack that way. So come on, let's punch the little dealio there. And just like that, we can double back and grab this area. You had enough? You better have, because you're up at enough percent that this should take you out. There we go. Well, that took care of the Donkey Kong. I don't like the fact that that hammer was there off the top, but it didn't seem to matter in the end. So apparently, the strategy here is to just short hop up air, and that should be just about enough to do him in. Because that up air just hits so many times. And just like that, it works. It's kind of lame, but it did the job. Did that really do it? He trapped me in a black hole, and I hit him with a down air, and that was enough to take him out. That's hilarious, actually. Of course, I was large, too, so that probably helped quite a bit. There we go. That's enough to take out the giant Yoshi. Just a couple of well-placed hits with the Pichu. There we go. There goes the Mewtwo. And all before he had a chance to use his final smash a little faster. Giant Yoshi forward smash, I guess. That's enough to take out the Pikachu. And now we have Pikachu on our team as well. Well, that up smash seemed to have done it for all of those pits. The question is, do we get to use them again? And apparently not, because this last guy just decided to jump off the edge. And 2 dash attacks there. That's all it takes to knock out a Wario and a walk-off. That's such a funny little gimmick there with Isabelle, but it worked. Well, I guess the Lucario can throw his Aura Sphere into the remote bomb and take himself out for us. And that adds him to our team. Alright, let's visit the skill tree a little bit. We just grabbed the shield durability. So let's see what else we can grab that's going to be beneficial for us. Fire explosion resist, that'll be good, I think. And then tilt attack double up, that'll be interesting to have, because we already have tilt attack up from this side of the skill tree. There we go. Pico fells to Pika. Nice work. And then we can go and get Captain Falcon at some point. Nice little demonstration there on the Teddy using the Inkling. Didn't even take a single hit, which is always nice to see. Was that all it took? Was a forward air from the Ice Climbers there? Gosh, that was something else. Alright, that should be about it for this Bayonetta. I might have to... No, I won't have to hit her with the second Final Smash. That's going to be it for her. There we go. A couple of forward smashes from Lucario takes out the Wolf. Alright, I guess that's it for this Sonic then. Because the other two left a little earlier. Doesn't work out so nice when your own weapon gets turned against you, doesn't it? Jab, jab, power dunk. Always works for me. Well, I would have had about 3 of these guys dead if it weren't for the fact that there's a ceiling right now. Oh, I guess that did it for the last 2 of them. One of them bounced off a ceiling that was just going away, but not going to complain. Oh, I didn't expect that the up smash would kill there, but it did. Okay, so we managed to get rid of the Ken before he was able to use that final smash of his. And these should go a lot better for us now that we have Arsene in hand, and indeed it did. There we go. Forward smash from Banjo. Didn't even need to use Wonder Wing once in that fight. Though it probably wouldn't have hurt. And with the forward smash there, Jigglypuff was able to take out Captain Falcon and get him onto our roster. Alright, these Octolings should just about be done. And with that up smash, they indeed are. There we go. A couple of forward smashes from the Captain Falcon there, and we were able to take out the Tronbon and her cronies. Oh, that just kills. And that does too. Do not mess around with Giant Sephiroth. Jeez. You can get grabbed out of that? Now that's something I don't agree with. Oh, does that get rid of her? It does not. Okay, Shulk. That's it for you. There we are, and that ought to do it for the Lucina here too, especially where we hit him with the Pyra final smash. And indeed it is. Is that all it took? Wow, that's quite a strong Donkey Kong there. Wow, how long does he get to swing this hammer for? Okay, now you're done. Oh, that just barely hit him, and that's going to be enough to do the Luigi in. There we are. Well, last week I said that we would start today's fight off with unlocking Link, and I am a man of my word, so that is what we have done. And I'm sorry for leading into every fight every week with Olimar. It's just that I don't like him, and I like getting him out of the way as quickly as possible. But I feel like I'm starting to understand him a bit more, so I guess it's a trade-off. Let's see if she walks into this. And she does. So that's enough for us to get the Master Spirit out of the way. Not looking forward to some of the other fights on here, though. Oh, boy. Did that work? I didn't expect it to. I thought I was getting bodied in that fight. But a win's a win, I suppose. If we drop enough bowling balls on him, that will work. But the down air from Yoshi seems to have done okay. I guess it was a one-star battle after all. Well, the only way forward is across the water. We fortunately have someone who can do that for us. Let's go ahead and knock out this subworld, and then I think we can also come up here to this subworld and knock that out today as well. So let's fight a fish. I mean, running around a wrapping blast zone and hitting someone right next to it will certainly take him out. So, we win. Sure, Inkling. Try getting in on me. Just try. I can do this all day, though I probably shouldn't. But I'm going to anyway. And forward smash. There will be enough for us to take out the Inkling. I'm just glad she wasn't smart enough to try and use her final smash, though I suppose I could have gotten around it decently easy as Lucario. Can I just say that this many Kirbys on screen at the same time should be illegal? But I think this should do it. At least for 2 of them. Oh, come on. Come on, Kirby. You wanted to go up there. That was your own fault. I'm done with that fight. And that was the fight gatekeeping the Street Fighter plane. There we go. Up smash from Lucas. That's got some pretty good range on it, so that finishes out the Chun-Li fight for us. There we go. Was taking Pichu into a stamina battle probably the wrong choice? Yes, but it worked out for us and we can now move on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's be reasonable here. There we go. The up tilt from Ice Climbers saves us yet again. There we go. Oh, that Ryu. It took a Donkey Kong with a Franklin badge and about, 30 minutes, but it worked. And we're moving on. Ooh! That did it! Yes! Go Sephiroth! Oh, that M. Bison fight, for whatever reason, that was leagues easier than the Sagat fight that came just before it. Wow. I'm going the opposite way. I don't know if this is going to work. Looks like just barely, not quite. But the Unira will, Oh, there we go. The Buster Wolf taking care of Ryu right there. That was a move you never thought you'd see before Smash Ultimate, was it? Well, Link has some different plans here. Oh, she's in that invincible phase. Can we space that? Yes, we can. Couple of forward airs placed next to the blast zone on a walk-off. That'll be enough to take her out. Oh, giant forward smash. Does the tipper apply to that blade beam? I don't know if it does, but wow, that certainly killed him. Oh, Simon. If only you knew that Jigglypuff would push you off the stage. Oh dear. She's too far away, right? Run her over with your cart twice, and I guess that works. Did that really just about get rid of all of them? Take your medicine, Pit. You really shouldn't forget about it. Because it's important. Is there a more humiliating way to go down than to be caped in the face? I don't know if there is, but that's what Mega Man got. Oh, is this gonna do it? It'll do it for at least two of them. There we go. Who knew that a little bit of Sacred Arrow is all we needed to get through that fight? There we go. Forward smash with Ryu. I don't really know what I'm doing with that character, but at least he's not quirky and gimmicky like Duck Hunt and Olimar. I guess throwing the fire bar was all we needed. I know that we have some elevated throw power with that as well, so it shouldn't be too surprising. There we go. Forward smashing Sheik. Now this looks like a chest, but from my previous playthroughs I know for a fact that it is the Mimikyu. So we'll need to take this guy on before, or this gal I suppose, before we take on the pit up just above us. There we go. Maybe not. But the secondary forward smash out of the dash attack recovery there will. Oh, giant megawatt to the face. That's gonna hurt in the morning, that's all I'm gonna say. Oh, yes! 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 That is such a horrible fight, but the Great Fairy is gone. There we go. Couple of forward smashes on the auto-scroller ought to do it for us. There we go. We didn't even have to use all of our Wonder Wings to do that. There we go. Forward smash on the right side of the volcano. That's close enough to the blast zone for me. I wasn't expecting to end that fight with the minecart, but it did work. And Enderman slash Steve's no stranger to fighting dragons, so why am I surprised? Well, Lucario, it's been nice. But, you can't avoid these forever. And I kind of need you to go down. But that will actually do it for that Squirtle. And I'm glad that I don't have to deal with them anymore. I don't know how much this is actually going to do to this Greninja, but I'm hoping it's what we need. It's not. But that explosion will be enough for us when we live on like 2% health.
Good posture begins with a strong base.
Oh, deep breathing forward smash, even while we're tiny, is enough for us to finish that fight. Nice. Oh, I didn't know that there was a ship on this map, but apparently so. Also, what's with all the metal opponents as of recent? The last character in our rotation is Hero, but we are about to unlock Falcon, so that's gonna give us one final fight after this one. Huh? How do you like it, Falco? Huh? How do you like it? Alright, buddy. Oh, you were in the middle of a spot dodge warrior that time, were ya? It's probably not going to be enough to kill you, though. Or maybe it is. There we go. That will finish off the fight for us today. Thankfully, it wasn't a super aggressive Samus. There we go. Starman really makes that fight a lot more painful than it actually has to be, doesn't it? There we go, up smash with our yellow Pikmin, and that takes out our funny little Lumas. Come on, please tell me that this is going to be enough. And if not, please tell me that the second one is going to actually be enough. Come on. Oh, no. Please, then, thank you. I did not want to have to deal with Robin with the beam sword. He already has enough reach as it is. There we go. Peppy O'Hare is out of the way, or I guess it's not O'Hare, but Peppy Hare is done, and we can move on to the next fight. There we go. That knocks the Rob out. Galaxy Man is out of our way. Nothing super crazy about that one. Okay, well, I guess when all else fails, you can just build a house on top of your enemies. It seems to do okay for me, at least this time. When in doubt, always run away from Wolf and hope he goes too deep, because if he does, he won't come back. And hopefully that's not your peak. Well, that ought to do it for the Samus. Just stick her in Town Hall, and if that hadn't, well, we had another one of those on deck. Welcome to the team, Samus. Oh, did that catch him? He voluntarily jumped back into that, I suppose. Because that was not going my way at all. Wow, when they said these Kirby's preferred down specials, they weren't kidding. Well, this is going to be as good a time as any to grab this last Kirby. Just about managed them all without that. Please tell me that this is close enough to the blast zone in order to get him, because I don't want to have to do anything else, especially with as low as health I have. Did that kill? I had no anticipation of that doing anything for him, but I guess I shouldn't complain, because it's one less fight I have to do. And that is enough of the Sheiks. Was able to knock one off super easy, and then the other one, because they jumped around all over the place, not so much. But it's all good now. Oh, buddy, you are in trouble. Yeah, that's what I thought. Giant drill. That gave me basically the entire Arsene meter all at once. Jeez. Oh! Megawatt! That just wrecks worlds, doesn't it? But I guess that's a decent spirit to have for team battles, maybe. Who am I kidding? I'm never going to use that because I have the giant. Oh! 3 forwarders with the Pikachu, and that's it. Wow, I did not expect that at all. I guess that worked. Get command grabbed off the stage and let Ridley kill himself. Oh, I just need you to touch that lava. There we go. Dash attack him right into it. I mean, if you don't want this Donkey Kong, I'll take it. Because the Ore Club is actually super nice. Because, yeah, hit you within a second of your life, and then the tornado did the rest of it. Sorry you didn't hold on to that, but I'm not gonna give it back to you. Alright, so this fox hits very hard, so I have exactly one game plan. And that is to get some cheese with Lucario using Aura. Because I get 2 final smashes. Lucario's final smash is very powerful because it scales with his Aura. And, of course, I can always resort to this method as well. Because he's going to try and get in on me, and it's not exactly going to work the way that he wants it to. Oh, just stay alive long enough to use your final smash, Lucario, and that's going to be curtains for the fox. And if it's not, I've got another one. So that one is curtains. You can't survive 2 Lucario final smashes. Most people have a hard enough time surviving 1. Yeah, this method seems to work out pretty well whenever I am in a pinch. Especially against large opponents like Bowser. He just doesn't know what to do. He can't get out of this. He's stuck in a loop. Is it lame? Yes. Does it work? Also, yes. Is this it for the Ridley? It better be, because I'm at 250% in climbing. That Metroid, it doesn't kill you, but man, it messes you up. Well, I thought I'd have this fun little, you know, man versus machine thing going on here. But we'll have to see if that plays out in my favor. I was hoping it would. But currently appears to not be the case so much. I was going to say I was going to be very upset if that, you know, turtle shell was what did it. But I guess the up smash was all we needed to finish out that fight and bring Zero Suit Samus onto the scene, which is going to be interesting because that's another character that I don't really know how she works. Dash attack as giant will still hit that guy up on the ledge. So that's nice. Is that going to do it for you? Don't make me break out the Jinjo. I don't want to, but I will. Or the Wonder Wing. That'll finish things off just as well. There we go. If you're going to shield off, and you got to be ready to have that shield busted on you. There we are. I was gonna say, I was terrified of those Lucinas because they can unleash random crits, so Pyra and Mithra seemed to be the best answer, and they certainly did work. There we are. Lots of high explosives. Was just barely enough to get us through all those Robins. When in doubt, just stick them in a warehouse full of TNT. That seems to work. There we are. The last one will go into that magma block. Oh, come on, Ridley. You were only using your neutral special. How come I can't give you a dose of your own medicine here? Probably because you were already dead. So here we have Tiki, and this Dragon Quest is to try and get out of here before Tiki can do her worst, because she is a nightmare. And it looks like we were just barely able to do just that. There we are. Dash attack, I suppose, will finish off that Squirtle. I'm upset that I missed the rest, but I guess it makes sense that I did because, well, he's very small. And the smaller the opponent is, the more likely you are to miss it. So, Rivali always talks a big game, but I don't think he has what it takes to actually succeed here, as evidenced by that fight out with Link. Claims he should have been the chosen champion and everything. Sorry, bud, I'm not seeing it. I was gonna say, this jingle of those stars is going to make me go insane. It's just over and over again on a loop. Oh, did that forward smash get both of them? I wasn't expecting it to. Not complaining it did. There we are. I needed someone to take out of that Starman, and now that he's gone... this should be significantly easier. Yep, just like that. A couple of hits with the Patui and a chuck of a beam sword. There we go. Couple of Pichus with the Mega Man. Would have been nicer if they weren't hitting me with the lightning bolts the entire time, but it worked out in the end. Wow. If it wouldn't have been for that, the devil that's hanging out up here, we would have had that, other Kirby there, too. There we are. Forward punch him in the face as the devil moves the screen away from us, and that'll do it for us. There we are. Just two more of them hanging out down here. Well, let's finish this off in a rather fitting manner by pushing them directly towards the blast zone with the whale there. Alright, let's see if we can get out of here. Oh, they're all gonna line up and get hit by the same final smash for me. Excellent, that's exactly what I was hoping to see. Alright, Game & Watch, let's sign off here. But of course you're still living for whatever reason, so let's get him again. And now you're done, especially because you're closer to the blast zone this time. Thank you! Oh, you can trade on those, huh? But, I know how to use them better, I suppose. Alright, the last fight of the day is gonna be against this, Shulk, who's extra speedy, as if he didn't have that as a base ability of his anyway. Dropped your shield at just the wrong moment there, bud. And you're done. Or maybe not. Let's try this again. Now you're done. Yeah, because that hits too many times. Oh, that was disgusting. Maybe Zero Suit isn't such a terrible character. I just have no experience using her. So we'll have to see if she holds up against our opponents going forward. Couple of smash attacks, despite having the reverse controls, should do fine against that little Meta Knight there. So, I just don't like it when the controls flip around, but since it was a 1-star mission, I wasn't too worried about it. Oh! I didn't realize that this is where that pipe brought us to. Well, let's go ahead and hit these fights and grab another fighter. We should be able to finish off the fight against this King K. Rool, assuming that he doesn't roll around my final smash, but he can't do it twice. So that's going to be it for the giant crocodile. My guess is that because Dintos has a hammer, there's going to be hammers that randomly appear. But if we can get it before he does... Oh, you just barely didn't get your Mega Hammer out there. And we were able to blast you out of the sky. Oh, there we go! Man, that Flying Man fight is annoying. Didn't want to break out the Sephiroth that early, but it had to happen. And we're through it, so I guess at the end there was a payoff. I don't think this is going to do it, but we do get a second one. Oh, maybe it did. See, I tried to do, or I thought about doing the funny thing to use Lucas to unlock Ness, but I actually think that I'm decently good with Lucas, and so I didn't want to throw him away that quickly. But now we have, I guess, 2 characters that work similarly that I understand to some degree. Oh, there it is! I knew Pyra was the answer if I could just hit her hard enough. I probably spent an hour on that fight, and I never want to do it again. But Shine Sprite's not a terrible spirit to have, because now it's all special moves buffed. Is this the lamest game that I've ever played? Quite possibly. But when it's a giant crocodile with super armor, he gets stuck in that move for forever. And I don't have to answer any more of your questions. So we're going to move on. Does that do it for all of them? Not quite. It did it for 2 of them, though. We're gonna shield B over here, recharge some of our ink. And if this Isabel comes down, we will use the Killer Whale and do the up smash there because they had nowhere else left to go. Oh, did that do it? Not quite. But, we just might be able to get them. There we are. Isolate one of them, and they're still not dead. Just about got the turtle shell snipe there, though. You know what? If you don't want to go down the old-fashioned way, then we can do the tried and true method. Hit you both with the final smash and call a cascade of Yoshis down on top of you. I can do that too. I was gonna say, if Max Aura Final Smash at 120% doesn't kill all 4 of those Inklings, I don't know what will. Okay, the Charizard's out of the picture here. And he's by far the more annoying component of this fight. Except for, you know, the cannons shooting cannonballs at me out of the background, because apparently I'm the enemy here. Oh! Can we do it again? We can get the forward smash tipper on the up strike, so that's all we really were looking for in that fight. What actually killed that Charizard? I don't exactly know. I was just Thunder Jolting and I threw a Remote Bomb, which didn't even blow up. But I guess it's out of the way. Come on, right there. And that's a dead Charizard. Excellent. Did that do it? Just, I mean, I know that there's memes about Game & Watch Down Smash, but I didn't realize that they were that on point. Oh, big DK. And the little DK went off the side, so we didn't have to worry about the older brother. I guess if he wants to fall on an Unira, that is fine by me. Weird that that's a 1-star spirit and it takes up 2 slots. Okay, 3 Dr. Tornadoes, 2 of which hit, and 1 of which close enough to the blast zone to kill when giant. Certainly won't be upset about that. I was gonna say, that doesn't feel like it's enough. But maybe it is. Up smash on the highest platform certainly will be, though. Oh, I guess if Claptrap wants to come and finish the fight for me, he's more than welcome to. That's why you don't hang out underneath that platform. Okay, I guess the auto turnaround on that Unira pickup was all we needed to zing that Pikachu. I mean, Corrin's dash attack certainly fits the aesthetic of a swordfish, but it's still an odd fight, to be sure. There we are. I thought the Megawatt would be able to take care of that fairly well, and indeed it did. There we go. I don't like those ones where they're on a timer and they're specifically just trying to run away. But we don't have to worry about it anymore. There we go. Man, it's annoying when you're not able to jump or really get any height over things. We can just treat these guys like little Pac-Man niblets, right? You can eat your own fire hydrant in that? I had no idea. Let's try this again, Kirby. That's what I thought. Ooh. There we go. I don't. Those fights make me super nervous, so apologize my gamer focus as I attempt to make my way through that. Oh, please tell me that was it. Thank you. Poisonous clouds and explosions all over the place. Not my favorite pastime. I hate this. He's too far away. And I think it was because I actually hit one of Pit's arrows off the stage. Jeez. So, it says gravity reduced, but I feel like more accurately it's enemies move slower and are floaty. Because these guys are moving painfully slow. There we go. There we go. Oh boy. That Squirtle was having his way with large Donkey Kong, but we got through it. Come here, Isabelle. There we are. There we go. Jab, jab, power dunk. I might do that in every video, but I'm only going to stop doing it when it stops working. There we go. Let's get him again, shall we? Stupid plants. There we go. Forward smash that sent forward this time ought to be enough to finish her off. Of course I hit the back shield with that rest. Because why wouldn't I? There we go. That's the move I was trying to hit. Okay, one small rat versus a train with impact runners. There we go. Does this do it in for the Pica Libre? It appears to do so, and if not, we had another one on deck. Oh! Did that kill the Pikachu? Wow! I wasn't expecting the whack to work at that low of a percent. But apparently the crit extension on the breakable wall did? There was a lot of weird in that fight that happened. Oh, Palutena, you're trapped on that side of the Executor with me now. You like up smashes, I like up smashes. What can I say? There we are. Fox takes out the Mii Gunner, adds him to our team. And today, when we use him, it'll be a little bit boring, but I promise it'll be something different next time. Cool. So we're going to start into this subworld today, but we're not going to be able to finish it. There's a fighter up here that we might be able to get up to, but possibly not quite. We'll find out. There we are. I do like the fact that there's a skill tree option to recover some health when dealing smash attacks. That's actually going to be quite nice. There we go. Up smash with the Shulk. That's probably the worst Shulk gameplay you'll ever see in your life, but I'll get better with him. Oh, this Bowser. If only he knew the power of 2 Ivysaur forward smashes. There we go. He didn't quite make it back off of that, and that brings us to our final fight of the day. There we go. Forward smash. It wasn't with the diamond sword, but the iron works just as well. Oh, please tell me that this is it. I don't like these fights when they're more than one-on-one, but these ones are especially bad. Oh, why does Zelda hit so hard? Oh, come on. There we are, dash attack into Link. And that is it for that fight. And boy, do I not enjoy that one little bit. On the plus side, getting through that Zelda fight meant that we were able to get ourselves a new character, Toon Link, which I don't know a whole lot about, but he functions close enough to the other Links to be able to get by, so I suppose that's something. That was one heck of a forward smash into the Yoshi there. Though I suppose that Giant Olimar is always going to just kind of face roll people. How did you hit me around my back shield? That I don't understand one bit. You still made it back to the stage, though. but the down smash at the ledge will be enough to get rid of you. There we go! Nice little party popper there from Isabelle. That fight was actually a little bit easier than I was expecting it to be, if I'm being quite honest. Still was focusing on it pretty hard though, so excuse me for the lack of commentary there. Oh! I didn't know that you could stun him with hits! Oh, get out of that, get out of that. That's it! There goes the dragon after an hour and a half. Oh my gosh, don't ever make me do that again. There we go. Man, that Funky Kong mission is not one that is fun to any degree. But sometimes you gotta sink in the characters that you know you can beat it with, and Sephiroth certainly is one of those. Goodbye, Bayonetta. That was the lamest JV2 I've ever had. But when your life is on the line, that's what you gotta do. You really don't want to mess around with those banana guns either. Oh, I was getting absolutely clapped there with Ryu. But now I don't have to use him again until our characters reset, and another character I have no idea what to do with joins the roster. But when you don't understand a character, but you can know how to throw out a couple of forward smashes, that's sometimes all you need. It's just a little more difficult when you can't see the thing you're swinging at. If you can't beat them, just throw their bombs back in their face, don't you suppose? Nice work, Mr. Game & Watch. There we go. 3 big dinos and a lot of Dr. Tornadoes. But all we needed to take down was the Yoshi, and we managed to do that. There we go. We didn't even need the max aura from Lucario. Though it would have been nice to have used should we have gotten to that point. Two monkeys on a train, but they couldn't take care of a rat. The good old ice climbers, they tend to do well against most opponents that have that type of super armor. Unless they're King K. Rool, because for whatever reason that just doesn't pan out for me. I think that there are 3 fights in here. There's the 3rd place fight against the Waddle Dee, there's a 2nd place fight against something, and then the 3rd place fight, or the 1st place fight is King Dedede. Forward smashes with the Megawatt. That seems to do it in for the Kirby team there. Very improper spacing on that fight, and it was drawn out, but item gravitation in my passive kit really does help with sorting that out.
Keep your eyes open.
There we are. There's King Dedede. Let's go and challenge him to a fight, shall we? Bowling ball on the head off the side of the platform is always a fun thing to see, isn't it? Does that do it? Not quite. But he didn't quite make it back, so it didn't matter anyway. And just like that, Falco gimps a Belmont recovery. Oh boy. That was kind of funny. Oh, there we go. That backhanded slash. Coming in clutch. That always does more than I anticipate it to. Oh, wow. I did not expect that Falcon Punch to hit 2 of them. But when it works, and you don't get upset about it. Oh, I guess you just take advantage of the stage hazards, and that's all you really need. Please tell me this is enough. They're up at a high enough percent where it should be. Get it? And yeah! Just like that, we've got the cinematic victory screen with the Joker.